Oh, hello, great readers. I'm Belchan.
I'm Nimikung.
I'm Banchan.
In this class, I'll read to all of you. Chap. 20 Sec. 3 of Jane Eyre, an Autobiography.
As.
Jane Eyre, an Autobiography. Brontë. Chap. 20 Sec. 3. Top drawer of the wardrobe and take out a clean shirt and a handkerchief. Them here. I went. Sought the repository he had mentioned. Articles named. And returned with them. Now said he. Sat by the bed while I order his toilet. But don't leave the room. I retired as directed. Was anybody stirring below when you went down? Inquired Mr. Just presently. Well, there. We shall get you off Canal. That. And it will be better. Both for your sake. For that of the poor creature in yonder. Exposure. And I should not like it to come at last. Carter. Hold him on with his waistcoat. Twerk. You can travel a mile without that. I know. Than cold climate. In your room? Jane. One down to Mr. On. And again returned. Bearing an immense mantle lined and edged with fur. Van. I've another errand for you, said my entering Mr. To my room again. What a mercy you are shod with velvet. Clod-hopping messenger it would never do at this juncture. I flew thither and back, bringing the desired vessels. That's well. Anne. Doctor. Liberty of administering a dose myself. On my own responsibility. Cordial at Rome. Of an Italian charlatan a fellow you would have kicked. Carter. It is not a thing to be used indiscriminately. Upon occasion. As now. For instance. Jane. Tiny Gus. And a half full dip from the water bottle on the washstand. Did so. He measured 12 drops of a crimson liquid. To Mason. Drink. Richard. It will give you the heart you lack. Drink. Drink. Dip. Mason obeyed. Resist. He was dressed now. He still looked pale. No longer gory and slid. He had swallowed the liquid. He then took his arm. The patient rose. Carter. Take him under the other shoulder. Be of good cheer. Richard. I do feel better, remarked Mr. Mason. I am sure you do. Anne. Jane. Trip on before us away to the back stairs. There. Just outside. Haven to be ready. We are coming. And Jane is about. It was by this time 5:30. On the point of rising. But I found the kitchen still dark and silent. The side passage door was fastened. possible. All the yard was quiet, but the gate stood wide open, and there was a post chaise with horses ready harnessed. The box stationed outside. I approached him. "Coming." He nodded. Then I looked carefully round and listened. A early morning slumbered everywhere. Windows. Little birds were just twittering in the blossom blanched orchard trees, drooped like white garlands over the wall enclosing one side of the yard. Carriage horses stamped from time to time in their closed stables. Still, the gentleman now appeared. Mason, supported by Mr. Sedgen, seemed to walk with tolerable ease. They assisted him into the chaise. Carter followed. "Take care of him," said Mr. Rochester to the latter, "and keep him at your house till he is quite well. Over in a day or two to see how he gets on. Richard, the fresh air revives me. Leave the window open on his side. Carter, there is no wind goodbye. Let her be taken care of. Be treated as tenderly as may be. There is. I do my best, and have done it," was the answer. He shut up the chaise door. Alright. He had would to God there was an end of all this, added Mr. Rochester, as he closed and barred the heavy yard gates. This done, with slow step and abstracted air towards a door in the wall bordering the orchard. And, supposing he had done with me, house, in, however, Portland stood at it, waiting for me. "Come where there is some freshness." For a few moments he said, "That house is a mere dungeon. It seems to me a splendid mansion." "Eyes," he answered, "and you see it through a charmed medium. Discern that the gilding is slum in the silk draperies cobwebs, is sordid slate, and the polished woods may refuse chips and scully bark. Now here," he pointed to the leafy enclosure we had entered, "all is real. Slate." He strayed down a walkage with works, with apple trees, pear trees, and cherry trees on one side, other full of all sorts of old-fashioned flowers, stacked sweet williams, primroses, andies, mingled with southernwood, sweetbriar, and various fragrant herbs, fresh now as a succession of April showers and gleams. Spring morning could make them. The sun was just entering the dappled east. Quiet walks under them. "Jane," he gathered a half-blown rose, Thibish, and offered it to me. "Thank you." Sunrise. "Jane?" "I do. You have passed a strange night." "Yes. But I had fastened the jury had the key in my pocket. A wolf's den. Unguarded. Will Grace alive here still?" "Oh yes." "Is the danger you apprehended last night gone by now? For that a Mason is out of England. Nor even then. To live. For me. Jane. But Mr. Mason seems a man easily led. Your influence, though, is evidently potent with him. Well, though, Mason will not defy me. Or, knowing it, the bet, unintentionally, he might in a moment, by one careless word, deprive me, if not of life, tell him to be cautious. They let him know what you fear. He laughed sardonically, and as hastily threw it from him. If I could do that. Simpleton. Where would danger be? Annihilated in a moment. I have known Mason, and the thing has been done. Faith, I cannot say beware of harming me. That I should keep him ignorant that harm to me is possible. Look puzzled, and I will puzzle you further. You are my little friend. I like to serve you. Though, precisely, I see you do. I see genuine contentment in your gait and mien, your eye and face, when you are helping me and pleasing me, working for me, and with me. And, as you characteristically say, could you do what you thought wrong? There would be no light-footed running, no neat-handed alacrity, no lively glance and animated complexion. Turn to me, quiet and pale, and would say, no, that is impossible. I cannot do it. Would become immutable as a fixed star. Well, they, and may injure me. I'm vulnerable. Best, faithful and friendly as you are. No more to fear from Mr. Mason than you have from me. Though, God grant it may be so. Jane is an arbour. The arbour was an arch in the wall, lined with ivy, contained a rustic seat. Whist. Rochester took it. Living room, however, for me. But I stood before him. Set, he said, is long enough for two. That, to you, is that wrong? I answered him by assuming it. To refuse would, I felt, have been unwise. And went, waken and Thornfield, to you, which you must endeavour to suppose your own. But first, look at me, and tell me you are at ease, that I are in detaining you. Well, though. Well then, Jane, disciplined, but a wild boy indulged from childhood upwards, remote foreign land, conceive that either commit a capital error, of what nature or from what motives, through life and taint all your existence. And I don't say a crime. I am not speaking of shedding of blood or any other guilty act. which might make the perpetrator amenable to the law. My word is Eyre. The results of what you have done become in time to you utterly insupportable. You take measures to obtain relief. I know measures, but neither unlawful nor culpable. Still you are miserable. Of life. Your sun at noon darkens in an eclipse. Will not leave it till the time set. Become the sole food of your memory. You wander here and there. Rest in exile. Happiness and pleasure you mean and heartless. Intellect and blights feeling. Heart weary and soul withered. Voluntary banishment. You make new acquaintance see how or where no matter. 20 years. And never before encountered. And they are all fresh. Healthy. Without soul and without tint. Such society revives. Regenerates. Bitter days come back higher wishes. Purer feelings. You desire to recommence your life. Of an immortal being. To attain this end. He paused for an answer. And what was I to say? Well, suggest a judicious and satisfactory response. Vain aspiration. The ivy round me. A speech. The birds sang in the treetops. But there some. Sleet. Was inarticulate. Again Mr. Rochester propounded his query. Then thought. But now rest seeking and repentant. Men justified in daring the world's opinion. In order to attach to him forever this gentle. Gracious. Stranger. Sir, I answered. Depend on a fellow creature. Men and women die. Philosophers with wisdom. And Christians in goodness. If anyone you know has suffered and erred. But the instrument. Art. Who does the work? What ordains the instrument? I have myself tell it you without parably being a worldly. Dissipated. And he paused. The birds went on caroling. The leaves lightly rustling. Suspended revelation. Silence protracted. At last I looked up at the tardy speaker, looking eagerly at me. Little friend, said he. Face changed too, losing all its softness and gravity. Sarcastic I have noticed my tender penchant for missing groom. He got up instantly, went quite to the other end of the walk. He was hamming it in. Jane, said he, stopping before me. You are quite pale with your vigils. Curse you? No. In confirmation of the word. What cold fingers, when I touched them at the door of the mysterious chamber. Jane, I can be useful. For instance, the night before I am married, I am sure I shall not be able to sleep. Sit up with me to bear me company? My lovely wand. Yes. She's a rare wand. Is she not? Yes. A real strapper. Jane. P. Brown. And buxom. With hair just such as the ladies of Carthage must have had. Me. There's Dent and Lynn in the stables, going by the shrubbery. As I went one way, he went another. In the yard, saying cheerfully, Mason got the start of you all this morning. To be continued.